Hello and welcome everyone. It is time, Sunday Anime Chat with your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. And before we start getting into it, I would just like to pay a little tribute to those that went through 9/11. All our emergency responders, they are some of the best people, and the ones that didn't make it through, it's very sad that they had to go through that. So just some thoughts for them today, as it is the anniversary today. So yeah, very solemn time, and make sure we show them our appreciation, because they are out there putting their lives on the line every day to keep us safe. Oh, there you go. Anyways, let's get into it now. Something a little more upbeat. I think, as we always do, starting out with our news of the week. And as usual, we'll just peruse the website Anime News Network just to see if anything catches my eye and is of any interest. And what do we got here? Jujutsu Kaisen Spy Family more rank on New York Times September bestseller list. Oh, well, this ought to be interesting here. 7 manga volumes ranked on the New York Times monthly graphic books and manga bestseller list released in early September. The manga on this month's list includes Gege Akutami's Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, Chainsaw Man, One Piece, Dragon Ball Super, Spy Family Volume 1, and Toilet Bound Hanaku-kun. The 31st volume of My Hero Academia ranked number 5 in August. The first volume of Spy Family ranked at 8. The third volume of Kaiju no 8, number 8 at 9. The first volume of Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba at 10. The 11th volume of Chainsaw Man, number at 12. And the 16th volume of Jujutsu Kaisen at number 14. The New York Times posted its first new graphic books and manga bestseller list in October 2019, and it is one of the category of the newspaper's new bestseller list. Good. Keep it going. Keep it going, all you mangaka. You guys are killing it. It is going so well for manga right now. What else we got? Azure Lane gets new OVA 5th anniversary animated promo video. I haven't watched Azure Lane, but maybe I should. Solitary Gourmet live action series gets 10th season. What's this all about? Yutaka Matsushige reprises role as protagonist Goro Inagashira. TV Tokyo announced on Wednesday that the live-action series adaptation of Masakayuki Kusumi and Jiro Taniguchi's Kodoku no Gourmet, Solitary Gourmet manga, will have a 10th season that will premiere on October 7th. Okay. Yutaka Matsushige live-action Death Note, Sukiyaki Western Django Crow Zero will once again reprise his role as protagonist Goro Inagashira. Yeah. The franchise most recently had a 6-episode live-action miniseries project titled Kodoku no Gourmet, Oishii Kedo Horo Nigai, Inagashira Goro no Sainan. Solitary gourmet, it's tasty but slightly bitter. It debuted on the Paravi and Hikari TV streaming services on March 31st and April the 1st. Both the Kodoku no Gome live-action series and original manga follow a solitary salesman named Goru Inagashira as he travels all over Japan and samples the local cuisine found on street corners. The live-action show's 9th season premiered in July 2021. Masayuki Kasumi and Jiro Taniguchi first serialized the Kodoku no Gourmet manga from 1994 to 1996 in Fusosha's monthly Panja magazine. It's now defunct. Kasumi handled the story and Taniguchi drew the art. Fusosha published the first collected volume in 1987. Kasumi and Fusosha published the manga's second volume in September 2015. Taniguchi passed away in February 2017. Man, oh man. Fanfare and Ponemon will release the manga in English. The company had said the manga will most likely debut in spring 2021, but the series is now listed as debuting in December 2022. The manga also inspired a net anime that debuted on Production IG's Tate Anime, or Tate, vertical anime smartphone app in November 2017. Well, alright then. For you fans of gourmet food, you can watch a live action version. It's been out for 10 seasons. What else? Oh, animation art director Shichiro Kobayashi passes away at 89. Okay, let's have a look here. It's not good when we have an art director passing away. Art director for Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro, Urusei Yatsura 2, Nodame Cantabile. Animation art director Shichiro Kobayashi passed away due to congestive heart failure on August 25th. He was 89. After graduating from Masahino Art University, Kobayashi worked as an elementary school art teacher and then joined Toei Doga, now known as Toei Animation, in 1964. He then established his own Kobayashi production company in 1968. He serves as the art director on Dokonjo Garu, The Adventures of Gamba, Ganso Tensai Bakabon, Tomorrow's Joe 2, Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro, Urusei Yatsura, Beautiful Dreamer, Nodame Cantabile, and other works. Kobayashi received the Nihon Anime Taisho Award in the art category in 1986, and the Tokyo International Anime Fair's Award of Merit in 2009. The Japanese government's Agency for Cultural Affairs gave him the Film Award of Merit in 2011. Well, he's worked on a lot of stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen ranks number 1 on US Monthly Book Scan August list. Good. Good. What else we got? Okay. Japanese Animation TV ranking, August 29th to September. Rurouni Kenshin, Kyoto Inferno live action film earns a 9.2. Well, live action Rurouni Kenshin. The second film in the live action film series adaptation of Nobuhiro Watsuki's Rurouni Kenshin manga aired on NTV on Friday, September 2nd at 9 p.m. and earned a 9.2%. Once again, looks like the usual suspects on the list. Saze-san, Chibi Maruko-chan, Detective Conan, One Piece, Doraemon, Doraemon Tanjobi Special, and Doraemon, Delicious Party Pricker, Crayon Shin-chan, Animated Osaru no George, and Oshiri Tantai. Japanese video game rankings. Let's have a look at that. Last week there was a lot of PlayStation on there. Number 1, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Okay, after that, it's Earth Defense Force 6 for the PS4. Mario Kart Deluxe. Made in Abyss, Binary Star Falling into Darkness. The Last of Us Part 1 for the PS5. Nintendo Switch Sports. Minecraft. SD Gundam Battle Alliance. At number 9, it's for the PS4, it's Made in Abyss, Binary Star Falling into Darkness. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Ring Fit Adventure, Monster Hunter Rise, and Sunbreak Set. There we go. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo. Earth Defense Force 6 for the PS5. Soul Hackers 2 for the PS4. Animal Crossing. Mario Party Superstars. Momotaro Densetsu Showa Heisei Reiwa Moteban. And on 20, it's PS5 JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Once again, Nintendo Switch dominating the list. Okay. A little sip of tea here, my morning tea. Okay, next day. Crunchyroll screens Gundam Cucuruz, Doan's Island film in the UK, US, Canada, Australia in September, updated. Something for all you Gundam fans. Film opens with subtitles. English dub in UK on September 21st to 22nd, US on September 27th, 28th, Canada on September 29th, October 1st, Australia for 1 week from September 29th. Crunchyroll announced on Friday that it has acquired the rights to the Mobile Suit Gundam Cucuruz Doan's Island, Kido Sensei Gundam Cucuruz Don no Shima, anime film for the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, and Australia, and will screen the film in theaters later this month. The film will screen in both subtitled and English dub versions in select theaters in the United Kingdom on September 21st, 22nd, screen in the United States on 27th and 28th, Canada on 29th and 1st, and Australia 1 week there. Okay. Yeah, it's Cucuruz? Doan's Island? The film opened in Japan on June 3rd and sold about 200,000 tickets for 400 million yen in its first 3 days, and it sold 550,000 tickets for 1.08 billion yen by the end of August. The film's original announcement described the film as retelling of the 15th episode of the original Mobile Suit Gundam television anime. The episode itself has been omitted from English releases of the series. Well, why is that? I know all you Gundam fans would know, and you'd probably be screaming at me as to why it did. But I have no idea. The story is set after the Federation defense of Jaburo, with the Federation planning to renew offenses on Zeon's invasion headquarters in Odessa. Amuro and the White Base head to Belfast to resupply, but the White Base receives new orders to head to the Island of No Return to search and destroy any Zeon stragglers. Amuro sets out on the island in search of Zeon spies, but finds a group of children and a Zaku mobile suit on the supposedly uninhabited island. With the Gundam left behind, Amuro encounters a man who calls himself Cucuruz Doan. After uncovering the secret of the island, Amuro attempts to make his way back to the Gundam to escape. Manga creator and animator Yoshikazu Yasuhiko directed the film and was also credited with the character designs alongside Atsushi Tamura, Weathering with You, and Tsukasa Kotobuki, Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, and Saber Marionette J. Oh, an update. Crunchyroll's website has added an update regarding the UK screenings of the film. Due to recent events, the screenings featured within the United Kingdom have been removed from this article. We will update the article with more information on release when available. Well, okay then. We shall see how that goes. Anytime we can get a release of anime in our theaters, that is another step up for us to get more anime into theaters. Okay, what else we got here? No. Second Sword Art Online Progressive Films trailer previews air Aoi's theme song. Frieren Beyond Journeys and manga listed with anime. Frieren. Wata 10, An Angel Flew Down to Me film's full trailer previews theme song. Keiken Zumi na Kimi to Keiken Zero na Ore wa Otsukiya Suru Hanashi rom-com light novels get anime. Puriora's Dekoboko Majo no Oyako Jijo manga gets anime. Well, let's see what this is all about. I'm curious. This piqued my curiosity. Comedy manga about a witch who finds a baby in forest launched in 2019. Flux Comic Inc.'s Comic Meteor website announced on Twitter on Friday that Piroya's Dekoboku Majin no Oyako Jijo, The Family Circumstances of the Imbalanced Witch, manga is getting an anime adaptation. The announcement did not specify the format of the anime, but did state the staff would announce the broadcast period at a later date. The Twitter account also posted a celebration illustration from Piroya. And there you go. Piroya launched the manga on Comic Meteor in July 2019. The manga's fourth volume will ship on September 12th. That's tomorrow. The story centers on Alyssa, who is a witch who lives alone in a forest. One day she finds a human baby and she names her Viola. Alyssa raises Viola for 16 years, but Viola grows beyond even Alyssa's imagination. The comedy series focuses on the parent and child relationship, where appearances are deceiving as to who is the parent and who is the child. Could be funny. Uncle from Another World anime restarts airing from episode 1 on October the 6th. Hey, there's Kitty Bear. How you doing? Good to see you showing up. And it doesn't matter whether it's one viewer or 1,000. I'm still going to keep doing this because I like what I do. Okay, so why are they restarting Uncle from Another World? Episode 1. Delayed episode 8, now slated for November the 24th. The official website for the television anime of Hotondo Shinderu Uncle from Another World Isekai Oji-san manga announced on Friday that the anime will restart its broadcast from episode 1 in the fall season on October the 6th. The 8th episode, which was delayed indefinitely, will now air on November the 24th, as at the earliest. The anime will restart its airing on ATX and BS11 on October the 6th, on Tokyo MX on October the 7th, and KBS Kyoto and Sun TV on October the 8th, and on TV Aichi on October the 11th. The anime's production committee delayed the 8th episode and beyond indefinitely earlier this month, citing the rapid increases in COVID-19 infections within Atelier Pandark and the studios involved in the anime's production. The anime is instead rerunning episodes 3 to 6 throughout September. The anime already suffered a 2-week delay of its 5th episode from its scheduled August 3rd airing to August 17th due to similar spread of the coof within the studio. You were watching the best series you've seen this year, only halfway, just checking YouTube. Oh yeah, well I appreciate you coming in. And good morning, Blaine. See you're up. Grab that coffee. The anime premiered worldwide on Netflix on July the 6th. The anime also debuted in Japan on ATX on July the 6th. It just tells about how the people who is in charge of directing it. Yen Press licensed the manga, and it describes the story. 17 years ago, Takafumi's uncle fell into a coma, but now he's back like a man risen from his grave. Soon, Takafumi discovers two bizarre things. His uncle treasures video games above all else, and while comatose, he was actually transported to another world as some heroic guardian. Now, not only does Takafumi have to room with an uncle who is literally magical, he also has to catch the guy up on 2 decades of history, smartphones, high-speed internet, modern anime tropes, and the traumatic outcome of the 90s console war. Well, this sounds hilarious. I should definitely give this a watch. But yes, the anime will restart airing from episode 1 on October the 6th. The series is fun and dumb at the same time. There you go. Sometimes you just need some dumb fun. Yokai Watch World smartphone game ends service in December. Love Flops anime reveals October 12th premiere. Beast Tamer anime cast Marika Kono, Rei Takahashi. Call of the Night anime unveils climax video, new cast member. What else we got here? Okay, I got 2 articles here. One's Call of the Night manga goes on 1-week hiatus due to author's illness. And below that, To Your Eternity manga goes on 1-week hiatus due to creator's health. This is, I see a trend here, everybody. This is, apparently it's dangerous to be a mangaka. What do we got here? 2nd, 3rd Hyperdimension Neptunia original video anime launch on Steam. Steam or Stream? Did they screw up there? Was that supposed to be a stream? Fun and dumb is usually enough for me to watch. Yeah. Yeah, and don't forget a little bit of the old fan service, eh? That'll get you watching. Okay, I'm just curious now what this is all about. Nep Nep Festival, Little Purple Sunshine, available with English and Chinese subtitles. Idea Factory International announced on Thursday that the 2nd and 3rd new original video anime for Hyperdimension Neptunia, the animation, are now available to stream on Steam. Okay, I did not know that you could do streaming on Steam. For $14.99 each. Both Nep Nep Festival and Little Purple Sunshine are streaming with English, traditional Chinese, and simplified Chinese subtitles. I caution that all video releases on the Steam platform will no longer be available for streaming or purchase as of November 1st. However, users who already purchased videos in their Steam libraries can still watch them after November 1st. See, this is my problem with streaming. They can just take stuff away. They can just end it, and that's it. You're left holding the bag. So always try to buy physical when you can, or like at least store it on a flash drive or something so that you have it with you. The first new OVA in the franchise, Chojigen game Neptune, the animation Neppu no Natsuyasumi Summer Vacation, launched in Japan on July 2019. Idea Factory International released the anime on Steam in fall 2020. Like, is this news to anybody else that Steam streams anime? Like, this is new. I thought Steam was just video games. The second OVA Hyperdimension Neptunia Nep Nep Darake no Festival will be viewable through a serial code on a playpick card bundled with Good Smile Company's 1/7 scale Dimensional Traveler Neptune Generator Unit version figure, which will debut in October 2022. A limited edition version of the new figure, which includes the Nep Nep Darake no Festival OVA on a Blu-ray disc, as well as the Dimension Tripper Neptune Top Nep game, will also be available on October the 26th, 2022. Steam streams anime, series, and movies. Oh, you know what? It's news to me. I've only dealt with Steam in a very limited capacity when I was playing the new StarCraft. I think you had to sign up for it on that. Or was that Blizzard? I think that was Blizzard. Never mind. Funimation streamed the 2013 Hyperdimension Neptunia television series as it aired and released the series on Blu-ray disc and DVD in 2015 and 2017 with an English dub. The latest game in the franchise, Hyperdimension Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters, Cho Jigen game Neptune Sisters vs. Sisters, launched for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 in Japan on April the 21st. IFI will release the game for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC via Steam in early 2023 in North America and Europe. You get a game out of it too. Look at that. Oh. Let's see. New Yurusei Yatsura anime casts Nana Mizuki as Princess Kurama. Chainsaw Man anime premieres on October 11th. Oh my god, Chainsaw Man! Chainsaw Man! I'm not going to believe the hype until I don't usually go for stuff that's really hyped up. I will wait. You're actually not sure if it streams or you download it. Never used it. Oh, yeah. Yes, Blaine, I said Chainsaw Man. Oh my god, Chainsaw Man. What else we got here? NIS America releases Process of Elimination mystery game in the West in early 2023. NIS releases Grim Grimoire once more, game remaster in the West next spring. You never watch hype stuff? It's the same with me. Like, people start telling me, or not people, but the media starts, saying, "Oh, this thing is awesome. You got to do it. If you're not doing it, you're a loser. You're not watching this." And it's like, you know what? Maybe I'll just not. How about I don't? Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid burst forth. Chorogon breath shooting game launches on PC via Steam in October. There you go. Game. PlayStation hardware head Masayasu Ito retires from Sony Interactive Entertainment. You always have to watch hype stuff. It usually ends with me dropping through. I'm going to watch this. Oh, it's garbage. Yeah. Or what I do is I just rely on other people to watch it and tell me. So maybe a trusted source like, I don't know, maybe Blaine from Blaine Escapes Corner. He usually has good suggestions. Go watch The Imperfects. It has a guy who turns into a chupacabra. Beauty. Oh, chupacabra. I remember that from watching Red vs. Blue. They were trying to name the warthog. And Sarge wanted them to name... He kept telling them not to give them like these crazy fictitious animals. And they're like, no, these are real animals. So that was pretty funny. And they're like, "Hey, what's that thing from Mexico? Eats goats?" And I don't know. No, it wasn't Griff. I think it was one of the other guys. And they're like, "Chupacabra, sir." Yeah, chupa thing. We'll name it that. And welcome, Dragon Ruse. You actually made it. Yes, you did. I'm very pleased to have you along. This Blaine guy is always wrong. How very contrarian of you. And you love that scene from Red, or the one where there's like, there is no tank on this planet, and the thing just like rolls behind him. And you get Sheila, and Donut, and Sheila. Those were excellent. Those were excellent episodes. Those guys did a good job back in the day. Yeah, Sheila. Wakanim streaming service delays content after possible data breach. I don't think we get that over here, so it's probably Sony-owned European streaming service. Okay. For our European friends, user information allegedly sold through data leak forum. Sony-owned European streaming service Wakanim announced last Thursday that it has delayed the release of new content as it works on an issue. An August 28th post on the data leak marketplace breach forums offered to sell data leaked from 6.7 million users on Wakanim, including each user's account name, universally unique identifier, IP address, email address, state, city, zip code, country, phone number, first name and last name, and account type. As of September 2nd, the information has been marked as sold. Oh, that's just brutal. Wakanim moved its content library to Crunchyroll alongside Funimation in March. Sony's Funimation Global Group had completed its US $1.175 billion acquisition of Crunchyroll from AT&T in August. ANN reached out to Crunchyroll for comment, and a spokesman stated the company is aware of a social media post alleging a data incident impacting Wakanim users. The company added it immediately began an investigation on the issue and that its investigation is ongoing regarding the delay in content on Wakanim. Crunchyroll stated its team is working on the issue and will share updates in real time across its SNS channels. Wakanim has not since addressed the issue again on its Twitter accounts in various languages. I think someone needs to work on more of their security. You can't have that happening and try to be a successful streaming service. You're not sure if a Mexican dude turning into a chupacabra is racist or a stereotyping or representation, but he's written well. Seems like a dumb name. Yeah, I mean, does it mean anything? Wakanim? Does it mean anything to our European friends there? Or is it just somebody's like, we need something that can't be, that won't get us a copyright? I don't know. At least CGI is better than the She-Hulk. It is true. It is true CGI. But yes, anything better than She-Hulk or Rings of Power? It's like the 10th Sony breach in as many years. I got caught in that in my PlayStation 3 when they had that data breach. And they're like, oh, we'll make it up to you. Here's a couple of free games and this. And it's like, hey, man, you guys blew it with your security. Sony did and never will do anything wrong. Me, a Sony fan. Don't be too loyal to those corporate companies. They really don't care as long as you give them. So as soon as you stop giving them money, they don't care about you. Let's have a look here. What do we got next? Am I Actually the Strongest? Isekai novels get 2023 TV anime. There we go, for us Isekai fans. And you probably heard this already, but Viz holds the North American premiere of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War anime at New York City Comic Con. Rose of Versailles manga gets new anime film. Yes, I thought there was one already. Yeah, okay, yeah, it says so right here. Shoujo classic set before, during French Revolution, already inspired TV anime, 1990 anime film, musicals, live action film. A website opened up on Wednesday to announce that Ryoko Ikeda's The Rose of Versailles manga is inspiring a new anime film. The art looks good. I just wonder if they're going to get caught up in the guillotine party that they have during the revolution there. The tagline on the visual reads, "They lived intensely, beautifully." Ikeda drew an illustration with a message half-jokingly commenting about fans not forgetting. The previously announced 50th anniversary Rose of Versailles exhibition, Rose of Versailles Forever, at the Tokyo City View observation deck will preview the teaser visual as well as some of the character designs and background production art starting on September 17th. You were burned by the Oya, no one cares, corporate oriented. Yeah, Oya. I remember that little thing. Like, a good idea, but it just crashed. Like, I don't think anybody ever picked one of those up. See, so far, I never had anything stolen from me other than my World of Warcraft account because my brother, who is a programmer, downloaded a Trojan trying to install an add-on. Oh, damn moron. Yeah. There's only a corp. They're only a corp. They're not a human, so I can be big faceless corporation. Ikeda serialized the original manga in Shueisha's weekly Margaret magazine from 1972 to 1973. Wow. The story of love and destiny is set in the intrigue-filled court of Queen Marie Antoinette before and during the upheavals of the French Revolution. Lady Oscar is a young woman raised as a man to serve in the palace guards. Udon Entertainment began releasing the manga in English in December 2019 and has since released the entire manga in 5 omnibus volumes. Udon is also planning to release the Rose of Versailles episode side story manga next year. The manga inspired a 40-episode anime in 1979 to 1980 that Right Stuff released in North America in 2013 in 2 DVD sets. In addition to the television anime series, the manga inspired a 1990 animated film, a long-promised but unreleased animated film remake, perennial musicals by the all-female Takarazuka Revue since 1974, and a live-action 1978 French-Japanese film. More recently, DLE Incorporated created authorized parody shorts with Flash animation. Discotech produced an HD remaster of the series, and the 2-volume release shipped in April 2021 and on June 29th. The manga is inspiring the Shuritsu Berubara Academy Versailles Nobara Reimagination, Private Berubara Academy, Rose of Versailles Reimagination project from Otomate. The project had both an unspecified screen adaptation and a game adaptation simultaneously in the works. That is a lot going on with just this one show, Rose of Versailles. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Sounds like something that might be good for my channel. You have an Ouya. Should mod it to be a super EMU. Yeah, why not? I'm always up for good emulation. You don't understand how a programmer can think that add-ons that are the only text would need an execute to install when he already had done several, or by just placing them in a folder. Yeah, I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I don't know much about that. You're an electrician, not a fan of fans getting hurt when you get hit by them. Yeah? Yeah? What do we got here? Gundam Evolution game launches on Steam on September the 21st, on consoles on November 30th. So there you go. For the Gundam fans, September 21st on Steam. You got a PC. Summertime Rendering, another Horizon game to launch on the PS4 and the Switch. Woohoo, yeah, Blaine, knew you'd be happy about that. Make sure you get your model assembled too before that. Not too much that catches my eye that I'm interested anymore. So let's get on to the main the main event, which is why you're all here. And that would be Battle Angel. And I know everyone's going to say it's Battle Angel Alita. Honestly, watching the OVA, not once do they ever say Alita. I know they say it in the manga. I've read the first two episodes or chapters, first two chapters of the manga, and they don't ever refer to her as, or they refer to as Alita in the manga, but not in the OVA. So this thing came out in 1993, and just got to find my place here. If it's only two 30-minute episodes, so honestly, you could watch that and it would be just not much of your time at all. Here's the thing, my brother's a programmer and he has electronically so much stuff stolen. He has had electronically so much stuff stolen. You're a dumb electrician with not much programming knowledge that do not use any securities. He does. I don't know, like, you know, more passwords, I guess. I don't know. 1993, does that make her a MILF? From what I've learned, in the manga that I read, her body was there for about 200 to 300 years. So yeah, she's definitely a MILF. Okay, so we got here, as it says, and they don't call it Battle Angel either. It's Hyper Future Vision Gunnm. Gunnm. Gunmu. Literally Gun Dream. It's also known as Battle Angel Alita in English. Japanese cyberpunk manga series created by Yukito Kishiro and originally published in Shueisha's Business Jump magazine from 1990 to 1995. The second of the comic's 9 volumes was adapted in 1993 into a 2-part anime original video animation titled Battle Angel for North American release by ADV Films and in the UK and Australia by Manga. Manga Entertainment also dubbed Battle Angel Alita into English. A live-action film adaptation titled Alita Battle Angel was released on February 14th, 2019. So the one we're going to go through is from 1993, and yes, it grabs the second volume. The series is set in the post-apocalyptic future and focuses on Alita. She's called Gali in the original Japanese version, and in several other countries. She's a female cyborg who has lost all her memories and is found in a junkyard by a cybernetics doctor who rebuilds and takes care of her. She discovers that there is one thing she remembers: the legendary cyborg martial art Panzerkunst, which leads her to becoming a hunter warrior or bounty hunter. And the story traces Alita's attempts to rediscover her past and the characters whose lives she impacts on her journey. The manga series is continued in Battle Angel Alita Last Order and Battle Angel Alita Mars Chronicle. She has a kid. 300-year-old android lolly MILF. Yeah, that's quite a few genres there, isn't it? Dragon Ruse. Oh, a GILF. I can have. Yes, of course you can. Does she have a kid? If not, she ain't MILF. She's just an old cougar. No, I don't think she has a child, or a kitty bear. But yes, we will definitely go through. And as it says here in Analyst, It was started June 21st, 1993, and ended August 21st, 1993. Only got a 66 average score. That's I guess that's all right. But yes, now we'll do what we always do, and we'll do this, and we'll do this. And you can see as it starts out, there's a floating city above the earth, and they just dump their garbage onto the earth. And this is what it's all used for. Earth is a dumping ground for the elites that live up in their floating city. And while searching through this garbage, this fella here is Dr. Ito. I believe his name is Daisuke Ito. And he finds the robot in the trash heap. And she is still alive. With no kids, she ain't a gilf either. Come on, people, get your terminologies right. What fine puma then? You're making that up. It's not a puma. And there's the title screen. The episode's called Rusty Angel. And so Ito takes her back to his laboratory, and he's going to restore her. And there she is, all restored. Looking good. But although she has amnesia, they pick a name for her, and they call her Gali. And then they warn about how dangerous the world is. It is a dangerous world there, very dystopian. People are hunting each other for body parts, and a lot of people are like half cyborg. They have a lot of robotic parts embedded in them. So you have to be careful in this world. It's very dangerous. And then they meet Yugo, which is her friend, or gets to be her friend. He's working his way up. He wants to go up to the city floating in the sky. And so he's working towards that. And there's these lines that connect the city to the earth below, and that is their supply line. So anything they need, they get sent up to the city. And as you can see, this place is a pretty terrible place. We have a lady of the night who is, she just gets disappeared by somebody. Cyborg versus android versus killer robots. Well, you're not wrong. She notices that the doctor comes back after a night out. She's curious as to what's going on. And he's a very talented doctor of cybernetics, so a lot of people come to him for any work. Shagging her would be the same. Using a sex doll with a brain placed in it, not my thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody whose thing that is. And she asks him about the injury on his arm. And he says, I must have tripped. She's like, maybe when he was out last night. Yeah, I came to that conclusion as well, Kitty Bear. I was just looking at his character design. I'm like, that's Egon from the Ghostbusters, like right there. So Yugo's working on the wind-powered generator. And they slowly become friends. He gets to know her. She gets to know him. They want to go to Zalem. That's the floating city above the earth. And they're off to have a good time. Get a better view of... Yes, and there's Doc Ito. Now, you can't tell me that's not Egon from the Ghostbusters. So they're out. He's trying to help her up, but he's just a human and she is a cyborg. So she weighs like twice he does. So she pulls him back down in the hole. But because she's so agile, she saves them from getting hurt. So they get a good view of Zalem. And that's his dream, is to go there and live among the people up there and not be in this pretty much hellhole on Earth. But she likes him. You think her weight's about 6 times his? Metal's heavy? Yeah, it is. He is disgusted by the way people live, and that's why he wants to go to Zalem. She explains to him that she doesn't know who she is and that she's lost her memory. So these two, it's Zalem Ito and Kieran. They were both from Zalem, but I think they were banished down to the Earth. So they're living their lives down there after knowing bliss of living in Zalem. And she looks down on these people harshly, like, does it amuse you to play fallen angel to these insects? Like, she's referring to all the people around them. So she does not have a high opinion of the people that are on the Earth. Apparently, he was the finest and best cybernetics doctor ever. And she is determined to get back up there. And will do whatever it takes. And they have a parting of the ways. Once again, she watches the doctor go out at night. She's curious as to what he's doing. But there's another lady of the night that is being pursued. And it's not the doctor after all. It's these guys. They hunt down people, and the big guy eats brains. So they want fresh brains for him to eat. But the doctor's like, I don't think so. I'm going to make you pay. But the guy's a little too quick until Gali comes along and smacks him down, which infuriates his partner, and she goes to battle against him, and he is a big guy. But she ends up kicking off his arm and then kicking him down a hole. And then down he goes. And the doctor's quite impressed with her. So a zombie robot cyborg. Yes. Actually, not much of a zombie, but more like mentally unstable. She doesn't know how it happened, but she just says her body moved by itself. So unrealistic, tiny girl kicking big man's butt. Yeah, but she's like a special cyborg. Like, I'm sure if we read more of the manga, we'd discover her past and that she was probably a high-tech warrior cyborg that was built for disposing of big hulking people like that. And they take him in, and as long as you have the head, because in this world, they don't have police. They have bounty hunters. And if you're a criminal, you just get a price put on your head. And literally, as long as you bring the head in, you get the money. And there you go. He's like, your bounty is 100,000 chips. Like a sports car beating a truck. There you go. So apparently you can buy new body parts from this place as well. You turn in your bounties and you can grab new body parts. Cybernetic parts. And he explains to her that he's a hunter warrior or a bounty hunter. Explains to her that there's just bounties on criminals now. And she decides she wants to be one. He is against it though, but she's like, no, I think I should be a bounty hunter. He doesn't want her to sully her hands with such a dirty profession, but she's like, you can't just make me like your doll. I am going to do what I want to do. And then there's this fella who's like in charge of what's called the factory, and they supply Xylem with all their goods. The guy that Gali beat comes back to beat Kieran, because Kieran is like sort of like Ito, but she's not as good a cybernetic doctor. So he wants to have an upgrade to take her on again. And Kieran helps him out. So she gets registered as a bounty hunter. How they do it is they put what's that called? When you, like a barcode, they put a barcode on your brain. And that way they can at least identify you. You bet she was built for a battle arena. Probably. Was the outrage I usually get when I watch bad USA series with no explanation how a girl is able to do it. Watch this after I watch the live action. Okay. Yes, which one was better? Kitty Bear. So she's determined to make him even better than Gali. And she meets a dog. And she tells him, I've registered myself as a hunter warrior. And he's finally come to terms with it. And he's like, okay, if it's what you want to do, then you go ahead and you do it. So he's going to introduce her to everyone at the Hunters Hangout. And there's they run into Grishka again, and he's been upgraded. And he's going to pay her back, as he says. And her dog meets a terrible fate. So she puts her hands into the dog's blood and then smears them under her eyes. Like sort of war paint. And they are going to have it out. So here we go. Grishka versus Gali. She is very agile. She can get around a lot of his attacks. She has very good battle sense as well. Because as she grabbed onto him, she used her fingers to dig in. And she made it so his arm would not work. And she gives him a punch. There you go. Straight down. Cut him in half. And then he explodes. And obviously, Kieran is very upset that she couldn't do anything, no matter how much hard work she put into that. The doctor's a little worried, she's hoping that Gali doesn't get too out of control. You don't remember how much both, other than both followed mostly the same story. Say everything live action Cowboy Bebop did wrong, the live action Battle Angel did right. To me, it was like they used the anime as a storyboard for as they should. Because what happened, or what I've seen now, and this is thanks to Blaine. Out there is a side-by-side comparison from this YouTuber. And if you watch this on his channel, I mean, I don't think I should go through the whole thing here, because that's like snapping up other people's hard work, which I don't want to do that. But he goes scene by scene, from Alita Battle Angel to just Battle Angel. And there's a few things that were changed, which, okay, fine, he changed it. But other than that, I would say it follows it pretty faithfully. Although I think they should have done better hair for the live action. Just got to have that big hair. But yeah, that is the comparison. And I thank you, Blaine, for pointing this out to me. I didn't even think to look on here to see if there was a comparison. But yeah. Definitely watch it. The channel's called Matt Skuda. Matt Skuda. And yeah, he does a very good comparison. There's no talking, it's just music, but yeah, it's all good. Still want a second Alita Battle Angel because the story has no ending. Do it. Join the dark side. We have Candy over here. Good, good. Let the evils flow through you. So yes. Hold on. We'll do this and we'll do this. Okay. And that was just the first OVA. The second shows that Yugo is in the process of harvesting somebody's spine, because that's how they earn money. Or he wants to earn money to get to Zalem. He spine robs people. But he gets a visit from Mr. Vector, the head of the factory. And the guy's begging for help. But he gets rid of him because no witnesses. And this episode is called Tears Sign. So he's counting his money. He needs 10. The guy has told him he needs 10 million chips, and he'll make sure he gets to Zalem. But he's done it in 3 years. And he wants him to work for him. So he explains to him how things work, how they export the things up to Zalem via the factory tubes. And he's really blowing smoke up his ass to really get him to join his organization. So you really gotta. He's very naive, thinking that he's going to get up to Zalem, that this guy's going to help him. And once he gets him drunk, he drops him back off, tells him to think about it. And she knows right off the bat, if you hurt Hugo, you'll answer to me. So she knows already this guy is a lowlife. So they are together and talking about their dreams of the future and what they want to do. Meanwhile, Golly is collecting money because she wants to help him out. And she does that by getting bounties and by making sure that she takes care of the criminals. And this is how they get people. They offer them some good lubrication for their joints and mechanical joints, and then once they're there, he's like, you trying to take my spine? Well, he's squeezing them so hard that he's drawing blood, and his buddy doesn't take his advice and ends up losing his head. But Hugo gets away by throwing a Molotov cocktail on the hunter and running away. So now Kieran is involved with Mr. Vector. And they get a call from Hugo, and he's like, I'm in trouble. He's like, hey, that's okay. Bring all your money to my office and we'll talk about it. So that sounds sus already. The guy's telling him to bring all his money. So she wants to get to Zalem, so she's going to do anything she can. And he's like, hey, if you can get me this girl, I'll send you there. So off she goes. She explains to Ito that she's helping Hugo by gathering the money for bounty hunting. But she sees that now he's got a reward of 80,000 chips for Hugo. Now the bounty hunters are going to come after him. Golly finds Hugo. He's got his money there. She explains to him that he's got a bounty. But he's telling her, I gotta do it. I gotta go to Zalem. But she expresses her love for him, and she's like, how do you feel? And he's like, why are you bringing up something dumb like this right now? And her response to that is, she wants an answer. He's like, okay. So he does care. So she explains to him, he's like, oh, my lips feel like they're tingling, like kissed battery. And she's like, it's because it's lightning. The lightning outside. And on days like this, my body takes on a charge. So remember that. He explains some backstory about how he was raised by his older brother and sister. Or older brother and his wife, and his older brother's wife raised him. And he wanted to go to Zalem. And he designed a balloon to go up there, but that was illegal. And they would send hunters out to after anybody who was going to design a flying ship to go there. So the hunter came for him and killed his brother. Only because the wife had reported him to the factory. So that's a little backstory, and Kieran is listening on that. And Golly's like, if you want to go to Zalem, you're just going to leave me, so should I kill you? Yes, so Kieran has a picture of her and Ito. Obviously, they were a couple at one time, so they are going to. It's bringing back memories for her about them being together, and after listening to Hugo and Gali talk to one another. And he's going to take his chips, but then there is a blood-curdling scream, and Gali hears and sees. Let's go to that one. A hunter has found Hugo, and he struck him down. And she is pissed. So she's going to take down this hunter. Or at least try the best she can. And it's a battle for her life now. But she has caught the sword before it hits her. And then she charges him up. Only for the lightning to come down. And that's the end of him. But Hugo's getting colder. And he's dying. Suddenly Kieran is there. And she helps him out. She's like, please save him. And the doctor puts Hugo's head on the body of a cyborg. Telling me they can make a good, great adaptation. I can't believe it. Believe it, Dragon Ruse. They're like diamonds in the rough. You have to dig deep to find good adaptations. So she goes back and tells Vector, no, I don't know. Hugo's dead, and I don't know where the girl is. It'll take me a long time to find her. So Ito explains to Gali that paying passage to Zalem is just a big scam. Because he used to live there. And Hugo hears this, he wakes up and he leaves to climb back up. Ito goes to Vector and he calls him on his trickery as to lying to people. He is angry that Yugo destroyed his life because this guy made false promises. And he gives him a good beating. But he also wonders, where's Kirin? He's like, well, she's over there. He's harvested her organs, and they're going to send them up to Zalem. And then he calls out his big warrior to take on Ito. Ito's like, okay, no problem, I'll fight you. And he ends up cutting the henchman in half, and the arm gets severed and punctures Vector, and that ends him. And now Gali's looking for him, and there he is up on the ring, or up on the arm. He's going to climb his way up there. However, they send down these spiked rings to keep rodents from getting into the city. It got his legs, but he's still climbing. He wants to get up there. His determination to get there is what's driving him. Now he's almost there. But she catches up to him and says, let's go back home. He doesn't want to, though. She's trying to get through to him. And he's like, he thinks about it, but then one of those rings got him. And she catches him. And she's barely hanging on. But he's happy that he got to know her. And his arm breaks away. And he falls to earth. So as they have a little ceremony for Kirin and Yugo, as they put in, it's his arm and it's her earring that's left, and they let it sail up towards Zalem. And that's it. That is the 2 episodes of the OVA. I definitely recommend watching it. It's got good action. There is lots of blood. It's an excellent, it's the peak 90s anime, in my opinion. It's something you should watch. And then read the manga. There's going to be way more story because they only took a partial volume to make this. So if you read the entirety, it should explain everything. It's the end. The only thing about it you don't like is it left you wanting more. Well, there is no more. Well, like I say, read the manga. I think it would have even more story. But as far as it being adapted, I suppose they should maybe try it out and see if they can go even further. Make it a television show. So yes, that is Battle Angel. Oh, you don't read? Reading gives you headaches? Ah, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, if that's the case, then I have to wait. Maybe some company out there will do a a Battle Angel. There is a very short 3D special out there. It's only 3 minutes, but it's a 3D CGI rendered movie clip. And it is, I'm sure we'll be able to find it out there somewhere. Wink, wink. Yar, if you know what I mean. Yes, I hope everyone enjoyed learning about Battle Angel. Even if you've seen the... it is James Cameron, isn't it? That directed that? The newest one in 2019. Let me see here. Just checking. Yes. Directed by Robert Rodriguez. Screenplay by James Cameron. Based on Gunma. Produced by James Cameron. And it's got some well-known actors in it. Christoph Waltz, Jennifer Connelly, Ed Skrein. Yeah, 122 minutes long. I think that would be the one I would watch next. I would definitely compare the two as well. But as we could see by that other YouTuber's, by Matt Skuda, his comparison is pretty damn good. You're not sure? I never know who makes movies or who are in it. Stuff ain't important to me. I only care about a good story. A lot of people only care about a good story. That's our whole complaint. I mean, when people are like, oh, you don't like it because of this person, race swap, gender swap, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, no. Can you at least make it make sense? You establish rules in that world, follow them, and, don't skip out on stuff that ties the story together. Make sure it's cohesive, it's got good flow, and you can understand, okay, well, they went here, and it's because of this, this, and this. Not just, and all of a sudden, this person showed up. Watch the series The Imperfects. It's fun. The Imperfects. I don't think I've heard of that. But, as long as it's fun, that's what you want. So, yes. What do we got here? Right now, what I'm watching, it's a live action series on Netflix with the Chupacabra dude. See, here's where the thing is. I know I'm supposed to be like the pop culture mechanic and watch all these things, but I don't have Netflix. I don't have any streaming service. I refuse. It's ridiculous to me that to pay for so many different services, and why should I? I'm not going to do that. I think everyone should strive to show them that streaming is not the way to go. They should go back to network television, because if you don't make it on that, then oh well. But streaming, they can sure shovel out a lot of garbage. And I'm not... you can think, oh, that guy's cheap, but why should I give them my money if I only watch like one show and then there's like 9 shows that are garbage? It's rewarding them for failure. Oh, you make a garbage show? Here, have some money. You love a good story, but lots of fighting, blood, and action is a good backup. Love the 80s action movies. We all did. For those of us that grew up in the 80s, which is me, it was like an awesome time for action heroes. You had Arnold, right? You had Stallone. You had Jean-Claude Van Damme. You had Steven Seagal. You had you had Indiana Jones. Just having all those being available and coming out at the time, and you're just like, well, I was just like, this is awesome. Like, it's excellent action movies. And then it started to fall. It's fall from grace. It went downhill, and then they're like, well, maybe the action hero doesn't need to be buff and huge. Maybe he can be just a little wimpy guy that, Don't forget Chuck effing Norris. No. Yep, you can't Google Chuck Norris. Apparently, he doesn't like to be followed or something like that. Yeah, Chuck Norris was good too. I liked watching him in him and Bruce Lee in Game of Death. That was good. Here's the thing: you normally pay $12 for Netflix as long as it has one series or one movie that's good per month. It's worth it. Beats gaming going to the theater, paying $20 to watch MCU. Yeah, but you got to make that decision from what you hear of other people, which is what I do, is let the other guys watch it first, and then you trust their opinion. Like, I don't know, say Gary from Nerdrotic or Az from Heel versus Babyface. They watch it, and Az does even better because he'll go through it scene by scene with some of the when he was doing like his Batwoman stuff. And why should I pay for it? Let them do it. You trust their opinion. You know if they have the same sort of tastes as you do. Then don't even waste your time going to the theater and watching MCU stuff, because why? Your time here is limited, and don't waste it on garbage. So you've been hearing lots of good things about Rings of Power. Oh, hey, why don't you dive into that? I hear that's the best thing ever. Dragon Ruse, I don't believe you. You're living up to your name. It's all a ruse. But yeah, I went to the theater twice last week. Maybe the week before too. Anyway, I watched Dragon Ball Super, Superhero. And I knew what I was getting into when I went into that. It's Dragon Ball. It's anime. It's good. And then I went and saw Bullet Train. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Bullet Train. The one with Brad Pitt. It's Brad Pitt, right? I gotta make sure I get it right here. What do we got here? Bullet Train. Okay, yes. Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. Now, I only went because my wife had read the book and she said she wanted to go see it. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll go to the movies. We'll go see it. So we went and I watched it, and I'm like, okay, there's a few like woke moments in it, and it's like, oh, cringe, like Brad Pitt was all right, but yeah, there's just like, he makes a comment about him mansplaining stuff, and it's just like, oh, shut up. I don't need to hear that in a movie. That isn't a thing anyway. But other than that, not bad. Lots of action. So yeah. Hence the devil face. Yes. What you like about streaming is also the fact it can watch. In fact, you can watch when you want to and not being stuck to needing to be somewhere on a fixed time. Yes, okay. Kind of like video on demand type deal. You will been to the theater and spend $1,000 on movies and food, and yes, that's 1,000, not 100. Okay, I went with my brother, sister, stepbrother, stepbrother. For everything, I can do that at home, way cheaper. Yeah, it's also priced too. Theaters are not cheap. Never mind admission, then buying drinks and stuff. Like, it's big bucks. You definitely want it to be, and that's another thing too. If I'm gonna pay that much to go to the movies and see a movie, and it better be one that is good, first of all, because all of that money is going to the theater. So that's why I'm picky as well. So yeah, that was Battle Angel. I hope you guys enjoyed a little going over of it. The only time you go to a theater is to watch anime. Yeah, I would too. That would be my only reason. When One Piece Red comes out and it comes to a theater near me, I'm going to see it. I'm dragging my wife with me. That's why you say you prefer having a streaming site like Netflix, as long as they give me at least one movie or series per month that is good. It's worth the cash. Yeah, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't give Netflix any money. And I mean, I have satellite dish, so I watch that, and I subscribe to the movie channels that are on that. And I've got a PVR attached to it, so if I'm not home for it, I can at least record it and watch it later. And it's pretty cool because it's called Hollywood Suite, and they divide up their channels. There's 4 of them, and they go the 70s and sooner, so like 70s, 60s, 50s. Then there's an 80s channel, a 90s channel, and a 2000s channel. So just pick what decade you want to watch, and there's movies there. At the end of the year, you will have 12 movies or series to watch with the family for a whole day. Yeah. Yeah, you could fill a whole day up just watching stuff that you've saved up. Yeah, DirecTV, 200 plus channels, HBO, Cinemax, Star. Yeah, I mean, there you go. You got one site where you can get everything you want to watch, as long as I have big enough to hard. Yeah. Well, they're cheap now, aren't they? You get, what can you get, a terabyte or 2 terabytes or whatever for, I don't know. Just hang on, I want to check and see. Yeah, and if you want to get a solid state drive, solid state hard drive, let's what do we got here? Okay, so Oh, 10 terabytes for $254. That's pretty good. 1 terabyte for $104. I mean, oh, here's a Samsung 1 terabyte for $154. I mean, that's not bad. Oh, look for deals like this. 4 terabyte Barracuda hard drive for $89.99. Like, that's good. You got a site, got every streaming site for free. Yeah, that's what we need. I'm of the thinking you shouldn't have to pay for, shouldn't even have to pay for television. Back in the day, you didn't have to. All you did was buy a TV and an antenna, put it up, and that was it. The commercials were supposed to pay for the programming, not the people watching. The people watching would buy the products, but they shouldn't pay for the programming. 10 terabyte won't even hold 0.001% on that site. Oh, okay. That would be enough to hold a series, though. What's the biggest one they got here? Biggest one. Here, I can show you guys this. The biggest size they have is 22 terabytes. Western Digital, both of them. Special order, $779 for a 22 terabyte hard drive. That's pretty good. You don't think we should have to pay for 40-year-old movies and awful ones, but it's the world we live in. Yes, Dragon Ruse, and I'm telling you, we didn't have to pay for television back in the day, and it's not that long ago. I think in the early 80s, they started coming out with pay television, but other than that, before that, it was just you buy your TV and you buy an antenna. And that was it. Same with radio. You can still just have a radio in your car, and that's it. You listen to the music, and the commercials are supposed to pay for the music or pay the radio stations. Now with Sirius, Sirius FM and whatever else is out there, you're paying for music. And I don't agree with that. If you do pay for it, there shouldn't be any commercials. But now there's going to be commercials even when you're paying for it. So that is not right. Holy cow, back in that time I had $200 having TV per month TV tax. The reason I had no TV, they tried to tax me on having a monitor with my PC. Monitor's not a television. They should have known that distinction right away. There is no tuner in it. You can't call it a TV. It doesn't have a tuner. So those guys should have give their head a shake. TV in your country started with government-run stations. People paid tax for it. This is included radio too. Oh, okay. I mean, doesn't every country have like its own government-run television station? I know we do in Canada. We have the CBC, which gets its funding from the government. And there's also CBC Radio. There's the BBC, right? They do that. They do the same thing. They use the people's taxes to pay for the television. So I'm curious as to what is everybody watching right now as far as anime goes. For me, I'm watching Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. I'm caught up with that. I'm watching My Dress Up Darling and My Hero Academia Season 4, getting through that. So those are the three I'm like watching right now. I'm hoping to get Season 5 on DVD of My Hero Academia, and me and my wife really like watching that. Oh, do you think he means the government wanted TV for propaganda? Well, yeah, they don't ever say anything bad against the government, do they? That's what it is. So that's why I never listen to my government-run television or watch it, because it's just going to be like, oh no, everything's fine. They're doing a good job. When, as you can see, as you're living, that they're wrong. Things aren't that great. They aren't doing a good job. Everything was government, then came private stations and you paid for them separately. Yeah. Me, YouTube, and playing games. Yeah. That sounds good, Dragon Ruse. And then next week. Nope, sorry, not next week. No. When was it? I've been invited onto Channel 66's channel on October the 1st, I think, to talk about the fall anime season. So that'll be fun times. You watch every new anime and dropped Shine Post. It's boring. I've never heard of Shine Post. I don't think I've even heard of that. Okay. It's about an idol group, chasing after their dreams. Yeah, well, that's not for everybody, that's for sure. Idol anime, it bored me. Yeah, I mean, unless it's surprisingly excellent singing and such, but if it's just going to be like the drama of them breaking up and trying to stay together. You like the graphics. Is it all CGI? Did they do nothing but CGI for that? Come on, where are you? There we go. Extreme Hearts is a better idol anime. At least it has a bit of action. And that's what you want. You know what you like. You like action mixed in with your idols. Then you know what to watch. There's a whole bunch of them. Then it recommends stuff to you too on Analyst. Love Live School Idol Project, is that what it's called? Selection Project, The Idol Master, Aikatsu, Ya Boy Kong Ming. You wouldn't know CGI in anime? It has a certain look to it. It really does. When you see it, you'll be like, okay, that's what it looks like. Yeah, this is the one you're talking about, Shine Post. It wasn't rated very high, was it? It's number 68 highest rated in 2022. Well, it's getting to be that time. It's going to be time for me to start wrapping it up. I would just like to say a big thanks to everyone for coming out, watching the show. Be back next week. Oh, so next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, there is a comic convention going on. So I will be going to that Saturday and Sunday. So I might have to I'll have to cut my streams a little short because I want to get out there and get in to the convention. And back to the imperfects for you, eh? You got 4 more episodes left. Wow, just rolling right along. But yes, next weekend is convention time for me. It's been such a long time. I'm going to have a good time enjoying all the vendors and everything that are there and see what I can find as far as comic books and such. But yeah, so on next Saturday, I will be continuing on with Shantae for the Game Boy Color. That will be that's a fun little game so far. I'm enjoying it very much. And then next Sunday will be more anime chat. I will have to find myself a show to showcase. So we'll see what it'll be next week. It's always a surprise for everyone, even myself sometimes. Just like to thank those people that showed up. People like Blaine from Blaine's Escape Corner. If you haven't already, check out Blaine. He does his Escape Corner Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. I want to thank Dragon Ruse for stopping by. It's always good to chat with you. Kitty Bear, I appreciate you stopping by. It's always fun to chat with you. Hear about stories from across the pond. You got yard work. Yeah. Don't we all? It's tough when real life catches up to you. But yeah, make sure before you leave, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't. Tell your friends about it. Let's spread the word. I want to try to get more people coming by. Hopefully, I can be their morning wake up call. And don't forget to go see people like Pacific 414, Whoopa Troopa, DJ Ronnie G, Channel 66, Nerdporo Lifeform. These guys are all good YouTubers you should go visit. I am also on BitChute and Odyssey. So on BitChute, I have a few videos up that haven't been as strangled as YouTube likes to do to you. So they're a little bit better as far as content, if you know what I mean. Blaine Guy isn't using VR to cover himself. I don't believe he looks like that. It's the hair. It's got to be the hair. One of these days, we'll see what Blaine really looks like, his final form. Anyways, I should call it a day, everyone. once again, I appreciate you coming by. It means a lot to me. You got to support our small YouTubers. That's us. We have a hard time dealing with those larger corporate YouTube people. So until next time, I am Pop Culture Mechanic, and I am signing off.